Tommy Robinson was wrongfully prisoned earlier this week, and the fallout from it has been crazy. Stark comparisons have been made, and arguments proposed that far worse offenders are roaming the streets still for far worse crimes. Hugh Edwards being one of those individuals. In today's video, we have some huge Tommy Robinson news as shocking twist has emerged. We will discuss this in today's video, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Recently, Tommy's team confirmed through a post on X that he has been moved from Belmarsh Prison to a more dangerous facility, HMP Woodhill. This is particularly concerning since it's the same prison where he was previously attacked. Earlier today, a friend of his visited Tommy and reported that he was okay and still in solitary confinement. However, things have drastically changed. Now at Woodhill, Tommy has lost all his rights. He's been forcibly placed on the punishment block without any prior warning or options, and the situation is dire. In Woodhill, he has no exercise time, no open visits, and no structured routine. This environment seems designed to mentally and physically break him down. It's worth noting that Tommy is classified as a Category D civil offender, yet he's being treated like a high-security inmate in a dangerous environment. This doesn't add up. Tommy's team is urging everyone to contact their local MPs and remind the governor of Woodhill Prison about her responsibilities regarding prisoner care. Now, let's draw a stark contrast. Stuart Mason, a former police officer, pleaded guilty to serious child offences and received a suspended sentence. He's walking free, while Tommy, a civil offender, faces extreme punishment. Why isn't there any outrage about Mason's lenient treatment? Where are the MPs standing up for justice in this case? The way Tommy is being treated highlights serious flaws in our justice system. Share your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned for more updates. In other news, Kemi Badenoch vowed that she will hold Labour to account, as she outlined her plan to renew Conservative Party in her first speech as leader. Badenoch won the Tory leadership election with 53,806 votes over Robert Jenrick's 41,000, out of a total electorate of 131,680. The new Tory leader took to the stage after her win and outlined her plan to return the Tories to government at the next election. At the beginning of her first speech in the role, she said that it was an enormous honour to be elected. She thanked her husband Hamish, saying she would not have been able to win the campaign without him. Badenoch also thanked Rishi Sunak for his leadership of the Conservative since the election defeat in July. She also paid tribute to rival Robert Jenrick, stating that, "You and I don't actually disagree on very much." She said, "The task that stands before us is tough, but simple. Our first responsibility as His Majesty's loyal opposition is to hold this Labour government to account. Our second is no less important. It is to prepare over the course of the next few years for government to ensure that by the time of the next election, we have not just a clear set of Conservative pledges that appeal to the British people, but a clear plan for how to implement them. A clear plan to change this country by changing the way that government works." The Prime Minister is discovering all too late the perils of not having such a plan. That huge job begins today. It will seek to involve all of our colleagues in Parliament, in the Scottish Parliament, the Senate, our friends in Northern Ireland, as well as councillors and party members. But this is not just about the Conservative Party. It is about the people we want to bring back to the Conservative Party. It is about the people we need to bring into the Conservative Party. It is about what the Conservative Party needs to be over the next 5, 10 and 20 years. Our party is critical to the success of our country. But to be heard, we have to be honest. Honest about the fact that we made mistakes. Honest about the fact that we let standards slip. The time has come to tell the truth, to stand up for our principles, to plan for our future, to reset our politics and our thinking, and to give our party a new start that they deserve. It is time to get down to business. It is time to renew. Lastly, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have taken their first step in investing their Netflix millions in property portfolio with their new Portugal property. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are rumoured to have recently bought a new property in Alentejo, Portugal, next to their long-term friend Princess Eugenie and her husband, Jack Brooksbank. The Sussexes have continued their professional separation, making individual public appearances to promote their different business ventures. Meghan appeals to a specific demographic, while Harry focuses on helping the charitable causes he supports. It is unknown if this new property will be rented out to visitors as a source of income or used to park their wealth. The property is the first the couple has purchased without the intention of maintaining full-time residency since they left the royal family in January 2020. Sources believe this expansion of their property portfolio is the first of many as they look to invest their Netflix millions. The Sun reported that a source said, "They're being smart with their money." The Sussexes reportedly signed an £80 million Netflix deal following them leaving the royal family in January 2020. The pair reportedly received a £75 million paycheck from Netflix for their 6-part series, which was released on the platform in 2022 and went straight to UK #1. The exclusive insight into the royal family and the Sussexes' relationship became Netflix's highest-viewed documentary ever, reeling in over 80 million hours of viewing for its debut. Prince Harry, who inherited £8 million from the late Queen Mother after turning 40 in September, also reportedly received a £15 million advance for his autobiography Spare. Sources close to the couple have said their new home in Portugal will be part of a more real estate-based financial portfolio. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have substantial financial costs for security and a mortgage on their Californian home, which they are expected to live with their 2 children, Archie, 5, and Lilibet, 3. The couple were evicted from Frogmore Cottage last year, leaving them without a UK base. The cottage was offered to Prince Andrew, 64, as a downsize to Royal Lodge where he currently resides. Lastly, former butler to the King, Grant Harold has said the monarch cutting off Prince Andrew has been a long time coming. Charles has reportedly cut off Andrew's £1 million yearly allowance and security funding in a brutal move after the Duke of York refused to downsize his property. According to royal biographer Robert Hardman, King Charles directed the keeper of the Privy Purse to end Andrew's personal allowance. This decision extends to Andrew's private security detail, which will not be renewed beyond October. Speaking to the media, Harold said, "It is obviously a bit harsh, but it is a long time coming, because technically he's no longer doing any duties in behalf of the King. One of the reasons for the allowance is as a salary, if you like. As he is no longer actually doing royal duties, it doesn't really make sense for him to be given this wage. I mean, we've got to remember he's not going to be kind of poor from this, because obviously inherited mother money from his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. So he's probably in quite a good situation. He's still got Frogmore Cottage, which has also been quite a big discussion recently because it's been said that the King wants him out of that cottage, and obviously he wants to remain there. It was a home that he'd been in for many years. Queen Elizabeth was happy for him to be there, and for whatever reasons, the King wants him to downsize and change things around. He wants to stay there, so maybe this is the way forward, is the cut of the allowance, but you can keep Frogmore." He added, "It's interesting because when I was there, the family were always close. There wasn't these kind of battles now that seem to have grown within the royal family. It was nothing like that when I was there, and it's quite strange to see how times have changed. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.